Jonathan Perry. Are there Scientologists that have committed suicide because things weren't working out and they were convinced they could just hit the reset button and start all over again due to being an immortal being? For example, maybe you lost all your money, or you couldn't pay for more services, or you ended up on the street, etc. What would keep you from just saying, oh, I'll get this on the next round, and just suiciding? I'm not trying to be facetious, but I wonder if I was 100% convinced of Scientology's version of reality, if that would cross my mind. Okay, Jonathan, thank you for this question. And I'll take it up even though I think it's actually a little silly, because there's no way for me or anybody to know why someone suicided, and they're not around to ask anymore. So we can really only guess, unless they left some kind of detailed note behind as to why they did what they did. We're all left to guess what happened and what the motivations were. And when it comes to Scientologists, the last thing anyone is ever talking about is suicide, or the subject of. It would be considered out ethics, first of all, right? It would just be like, why would you do that? That's crazy. You have a body, you have an opportunity here, and you're going to just throw it away and kill your body. That's just re-traumatizing yourself, purposefully re-stimulating yourself, and giving into your bank, your reactive mind, your trauma. You're just giving into it, right? You're just giving up. And, the thing about Scientologists is that they believe that they, never, what is that? Never give up, never surrender, thing. Like they, make it go right, figure it out, get your ethics in, work it out. There's always a solution thing. You make it go right. There's always a way. They have these little mantras and sayings, and they use them and they believe them. So it would be really, really quite, it's not that Scientologists have never suicided. Of course, obviously some Scientologists have. What I'm saying is that collectively, culturally, this is not something Scientologists agree with or think is an okay activity, or is that it's okay to do. And it would certainly not be something you would do in order to hit the reset button so you can start again. That would be illogical or irrational in the extreme from a Scientologist point of view. One, because of the ethics of it. Okay, you're killing your body. It's the equivalent of a murder. But that's really the lesser of the reasoning. The more of the reasoning is, look, you lucked into, or you somehow pulled in getting involved in Scientology this lifetime. You are one of the very tiny, tiny percentage of people on this planet who has managed to do that. And you believe that, with all this belief that you have, that you're going to kill yourself, kill your body, and then come back and manage to find Scientology again. But even an OT, unless they're all the way up to the highest OT level, would not have any confidence that they're going to remember all the things that they would have to remember. That's where I was trying to go with this, is that you as a Scientologist, you recognize that you are aberrated and limited and stuck, and you're in this trap. You're in this prison. I mean, Earth is a prison planet as far as Scientologists are concerned. So it's not like you're the one who's in the driver's seat. So you have no causation. You have no determinism over what body you're going to get next time around. This, and you can refer to answers I've given even last week about implants, for example. I mean, there's a whole litany of reasons why you, as a Scientologist, know that you're not in the driver's seat until you get all the way to the top of the bridge. And I'm assuming that the person who is, thinking this, according to the context of your question, is not all the way at the top of the bridge, because they're in such despair about needing to move up the bridge that, so they're in a state of enforced ignorance, I guess you could say, right? And they know it. They know they don't know where their next body is going to come from, what family it's going to be involved in, are they going to have money, and most importantly of all, are they going to find Scientology again? Okay, That's the big problem. And there is no guarantee of that. Even if you have 100% faith in Hubbard's beliefs and Hubbard's ideas and the cosmology and mythology of Scientology, in fact, 100% faith in this would give you the idea that you're going to be a leaf in the wind as far as what body you're going to get and where you're going to end up. So there's no guarantee that you're coming back into Scientology, and that would be the exact reason to not suicide. Okay, and there's a little rambling here. I'm sort of thinking it through as I'm going, but I hope I'm getting across to you that this would be absolutely verboten to Scientologists, and they would never think of that as a solution to their problems. And that's, at least again, that's my take on it.